How far would you go to get something you truly, deeply, and strongly desired? Would you risk your life? Your soul? Would you risk suffering a fate worse than death? If your answer is yes, then there is a way to get what you want. To put it simply, you will have to go on an 11-mile drive. Sounds simple? Think again. Be warned, fair listener. This ritual is not for the faint-hearted. The consequences of failing are dire. Most who foolishly embark on this journey do not end up living to tell the tale. To start the 11-mile drive, you need a deep, burning desire for something. It can be anything. Wealth, power, love, even revenge. If you begin the journey without the correct state of mind, you will fail. Once you begin the journey, you cannot stop. You cannot turn back. You cannot call for help. You cannot escape. You cannot change your mind. You must continue forward. To embark on this journey, you will need a vehicle. Any vehicle will do. Most choose a car. But make sure this isn't a prized possession or something you cherish. Whichever vehicle you choose, you must make sure that it is fully fueled. Before you begin, you must be aware of the rules you must follow for your own safety. 1. You must be alone for this drive. 2. It must be nighttime when you begin. 3. You cannot use the radio or listen to music. 4. You cannot drive faster than 30 miles per hour. 5. You cannot use your cell phone. 6. Do not open the windows. You must make sure that they're closed before you start. 7. Do not stop the car on purpose. 8. Do not turn back. 9. Do not stray from the road. 10. Do not, I repeat, do not, under any circumstance, get out of the car. In order to survive this journey, you must remember and follow all these rules. Your first task is to find the road. This road does not have a name. It is not on a map. It only reveals itself to you if you're looking for it at the right time. So how do you find this road that doesn't exist? You must start your journey at night. Pick a time when the roads are likely to be empty. Drive to a patch of road surrounded by trees on either side, preferably woods or forest. Let your heart guide you. You will feel drawn to the road. You will know the road when you see it. Some say that the road will appear if there is a single yellow lamppost located either near or next to the road. Once you have located the road, brace yourself and turn down it. You have just started the 11-mile drive. Time has stopped. You have entered into a different realm. There is no going back now. The first mile is fairly uneventful. You will be driving on a straight road between the woods. The sky will sparkle with stars. It's almost serene. The air might get a little colder. You may turn the heating on if you wish. On the second mile, the air becomes even colder. You should turn the heating on if you haven't already. If you don't, you will regret it later on. Other than this, the road is pretty much the same as the first mile. You might even feel confident at this point. After all, there was nothing eventful in the first 2 miles. However, you would be foolish to think so. On the third mile, the air becomes even colder. Keep in mind, the air will drop in temperature with each passing mile. You may become aware that you are being watched. You might make out some shadowy human figures between the trees. You must not pay attention to them. Keep your eyes on the road. On the 4th mile, the figures will be closer. You may also start hearing whispers and voices. You must not listen or pay attention, because doing so will only draw them closer and closer. If you decide to turn around and go back despite the previous warnings, you will end up on a never-ending road, and you will drive till you run out of gas or you freeze. On the 5th mile, the scenery will change. The trees on your left side will vanish to reveal a lake shimmering under a bright full moon. The moon appears larger and brighter than it normally would. is mesmerizing to look at. However, you must not look at it. If you gaze at the moon for more than a few seconds, you will enter a trance and drive straight into the lake, where you will be trapped forever. On the 6th mile, the trees will come back. The stars in the sky will vanish. It will be very dark. The only light will come through your headlights, which will start to flicker. If you have a radio in the car, it will turn on by itself. Voices will speak to you. You must ignore the voices no matter what they say. Do not attempt to turn the radio off. Once the 6th mile ends, the voices will fade out. Congratulations, you're halfway done. That was the easy part. The real horrors are just beginning. Remember those shadowy human-like figures? On the 7th mile, they're back. Only now, instead of faint whispers and voices, you will hear screams which will grow louder and louder. These creatures will come closer and closer. Ignore the screams no matter how agonizing they sound. Ignore the screams even if you feel like it's coming from the back seat. Do not, I repeat, do not look in the rearview mirror. One of the creatures has made its way into your car. If you ignore the creature in the back seat, it will eventually go away. What are these shadowy creatures, you may ask? Some say they're remnants of those who started the 11-mile drive but failed to complete it, stuck in this realm of darkness forever, trying to bring other travelers to their doom. On the 8th mile, you might want to slow down your vehicle. The road now has dangerously sharp turns and bends. It is still extremely dark, and your headlights will flicker. You might even be in complete darkness for a few moments. If you aren't careful, your car will veer off the path and fall down into a dark abyss. The temperature is well below freezing point. You will find it incredibly difficult to concentrate. And those shadowy figures, they're still following you. You will still hear their screams and sometimes hysterical evil laughter. Should you stop at any point, they will surround you and trap you. Do not look at them. Concentrate on the road. On the 9th mile, your vehicle will stall and the headlights will turn off. It will be pitch dark. You will feel the creatures closing in. Shut your eyes and restart your car. Once your car starts, hit the gas as fast as you can. Keep your eyes closed no matter what you hear. Open your eyes only when the mile is over. On the 10th mile, you will stop hearing the voices. If you were to look in your rearview mirror, you would see them following you at a distance. They aren't chasing you anymore. They're simply watching you with their eerie red eyes, amused almost. But do not look in your rearview mirror. Do not turn around and look back. The road will become smoother. You might think the worst is over now. Surely it can't get any worse. You're on the 11th and final mile. Your vehicle will completely lose power. But it will still continue to move as if being pulled by an unknown force. Let it. Ahead, you'll see a red glow getting brighter and brighter. Close your eyes immediately. Cover them with your hands if you must. Cover your ears if you can. You must make sure you cannot see anything. You will start hearing all sorts of voices, screaming, crying, manic laughter, frantic whispers. The freezing temperature has been replaced with a merciless heat. You can feel the skin melting off your face. You must keep your eyes closed. Suddenly, when you think you can't take it anymore, the power will come back on your vehicle. Stop your car. Open your eyes. Take a moment to calm yourself. But make it quick. Continue driving. Know that you are almost at the end of your journey. When this mile is over, you will hit a dead end. Do not panic. Stop your vehicle. Close your eyes. Now imagine the thing you wanted so badly. Imagine actually possessing it. Now open your eyes. At this point, you will find yourself at the start of the road in your own world. If you desired something material, check the trunk of the car. If it was smaller, check the back seat. If even smaller, check your pockets. If your desire was not material, then you will receive it once you return back to your life. Was it worth it? At this point, you may go back to your life. Or, is there something else you desire deeply? If so, you may start the journey all over again. Sleep tight, dear listener, if you can. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, consider subscribing for more bone-chilling stories that will keep you up long after the lights are out. Until next time, remember, sometimes the darkest shadows hide the bravest hearts.